So, Lori and Chad are in trouble again. Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell are facing potential new charges in Arizona for the attempted murder of Brandon Boudreaux. On Wednesday, Gilbert police handed their investigation over to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. The case is now under review. Brandon Boudreaux was married to Lori's niece, Melani Boudreaux. October 2nd, 2019, 911.
911, where's your emergency?
Someone just shot my window.
Okay, where
they're in a Jeep. I'm in the Cooley State away, but I can see them driving off.
Okay, someone shot at your vehicle?
Yeah, and it hit my window. It shattered my driver's side window.
Okay, when you pulled into his driveway?
As I was trying to pull into my driveway.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little off breath. They just drove off. I saw them drive off.
Okay. Do you know who these people are?
I have no idea. I moved into a new home about a week ago.
Oh, which way did they go? Do you remember?
They're driving south towards Pecos Road, between Pecos and Wrecker.
Okay. Okay. You don't see the vehicle anymore?
No, they left. They drove off.
Okay.
I'm pulling into my house because they're gone.
Okay. Where are you at right now?
In my car.
Where are you at?
In my car at my house at 3-8.
Oh.
Walk over here and see if I can see what they shot at me.
And what kind of car were you in?
I'm in a black Tesla Model X.
It's a black what?
Tesla Model X.
Okay, black Tesla Model X. Okay. Okay. All right. I do have officers on the way to meet you.
Okay.
Do you want to go inside or do you want to wait outside, wherever you... Okay. All right. And what is your name?
My name's Brandon Boudreaux.
Okay. I'm going to stay on the line with you just to make sure you're safe, just in case they come back. Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Okay. Do you see the officer pulling up?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Looks like he's coming up.
Correct. I wonder if he's on, there's another section of it. He might be on the other section.
Okay, because, yeah, his car is showing right near Fisher Lane and Phelps Street.
I'm at, what is the cross street? Sorry, I just moved over here. Yeah, I'm at Fisher and Phelps. I don't see it.
Okay. Okay. It's funny, his car was showing there for a second, and now it's showing back at Higley and Pecos, so that's kind of weird. Maybe. I know that there's actually an officer that's heading towards you, and then there's other officers. I think he accidentally hit his arrive button is what happened, because he's still moving. So just out of nowhere, did you see the guy that
I didn't see who it was. So then I drove, and then I didn't drive very far. I just drove around the corner and waited for you guys to pick up, and then I kind of saw them come around the corner and go down the road and start driving down south towards Pecos. And I knew there was only one way out of Pecos Manor, and that's down there on Pecos Road, so that's why I told you that.
Okay. All right. I do see the officer pulling up on Fisher from Fairview.
Okay. So he's coming from the other way. He'll come around right now. I'll see him in just a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and let you go.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, buddy, I never even got your name. What is it?
Brandon Boudreaux.
Brandon? I just want to verify only one shot, right?
One shot.
That you heard of and that you know of, right?
Yeah.
Well, the reason I'm asking is I just want to make sure it didn't go anywhere else. I'm pretty sure it's stuck in the frame there.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure there's nothing else that I need to be looking for either.
One shot. I drove
Okay.
off quick. They were surprised, I think, as much as I was.
Okay.
They probably thought they were going to hit me. I mean, it was
Okay.
24.
So you know what we're doing. I'm going to get a bunch of cops here. We're going to walk down the street just to see if we see any shell casings or anything like that. I don't think I'm going to see it because it probably stayed in the Jeep.
They was very professional. Whatever they're doing, they knew.
Okay. So I'm just going to do that just to make sure of everything. Did your camera, does it get anything?
I didn't have it turned on. I just installed it, so I didn't have the recording turned on.
Okay. All right.
This is my friend. It's okay if he's here.
If he can just stay down there, yep, that's perfect.
Yeah.
He's got his friend coming up right here too.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a line search just to let you know.
Yes, what you just said.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for them to get here and then we'll do it.
Perfect.
And at the same time, we'll look for any other cameras. So he's saying one shot. So, going off.
And he died at their house. He was in Chandler. They think I'm involved in it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't want anything to do with them.
Your car's still running too, dude.
It does. It's electric.
Okay. You can't just turn it off?
It doesn't turn off if the key's in there. It won't go anywhere. It's too far. If I walk away, though, the doors will close. That's why I left it in there.
Oh, serious? Gotcha. Never mind, I'll leave it in there then.
Sorry. I'm just a little nervous.
So, did you like bend down when it hit in there?
No, I didn't know what was going on, man. I just pulled up. I just went to the gym. I was going to head to work. There's a Jeep parked there. Thought it was weird that
Where was the park?
Texas plates just right there where your car is, just parked towards that van. And then they had the back. They lifted the back thing, and I saw the muzzle. I heard a bang. My window shattered, and it was like, wow, it's pointed there.
You guys want to go just right over here for just a second?
Where were you when the car?
Driving.
No, like in the street. Where were you when it hit you?
I literally just didn't turn into my driveway because I saw the thing come up, and it was such a weird thought to me. I was like, what the heck, this is weird. I do have cameras, by the way.
You do?
Nest camera right here, so we might be able to see something. So I pulled in, and I was thinking, okay, I'm going to pull in my driveway. I was noticing that. I saw it come up, and I heard the bang, and immediately I just pushed the gas and went forward because I was like, I'm getting shot at. I didn't know. For a second there, it didn't go through my window, so I was thinking maybe it's just a paintball gun or something. And I still thought that all the way till I saw that there's a bullet up there.
Okay.
Or what looks like a bullet.
Pull up your nest, see if it shows anything. Even like the Jeep pulling up or anything. It's a Wrangler, is that what you said?
Now, the green you're talking about, are we talking that type of green?
Like a hunter green?
Like a pukey green.
Like a puke green?
Okay, that's kind of more of a pukey green. Are we talking a chartreuse? I know it sounds like got a gazillion colors, green.
Let me just try and find it on my nest.
Look at your nest. He's got a nest cam right there.
Fantastic. Do you have is that your car registered to you? The driver, or your registration? Okay, I'll just get all your.
Like that puke green?
Like that.
Like this puke green?
Yeah, that color. Right there. That's the color.
It's more of like a camel green?
So this is an image of the bullet that was lodged in the A-frame of his car. This is Charles Vallow's Jeep. So Melani showed up at her ex's parents' house to try to get the kids after she deserted them in Arizona. Here's the 911 call.
made threats, and I don't want her here. She's in my garage. I'm not opening the door to the least to my house. If I open the door, there's going to be a problem. Somebody tried to kill my son 3 weeks ago. I'm Phoenix.
Oh, that's terrible.
She's involved in it.
Lincoln Fork police say Melanie's uncle, Alex Cox, drove her to where her children were in a 2020 Kia Telluride. The day after the arrest, Alex Cox bailed Melanie out. Less than a month later, Cox is found dead in Gilbert.
So Fox News had published a story February 22nd, 2019. Brandon Boudreaux believed Melanie, his wife at the time, had $1 million of reasons to have him killed. Hoping to cash in on the policy to help support the cult that she is believed to be a part of. Melanie's knowledge of the whereabouts of her aunt's 2 missing children, JJ and Tylee, and her unwillingness to cooperate with law enforcement is daunting. Her current husband told law enforcement that Melanie says, "Sometimes children are full of light, and then just like that, they go dark." Melanie is involved in a cult where numerous members, adults and children alike, have been being killed off like flies. Melanie left Arizona almost immediately after the attempt on Brandon's life, leaving without a trace and leaving her children behind. Melanie now only comes forward as she feels that the suspicious death of her uncle Alex, who was the shooter in the incident involving children, has somehow freed her from her role in the attempt on Brandon's life.
Did anything seem strange to you when you moved out there about the way Lori was acting or Chad?
Well, I moved out there right after my ex took my children from me. There's a lot of lies out there that I've abandoned my children, and it's simply not true. I didn't move down there to be in a cult. I didn't move down there to be solely by Lori. Lori's very independent and does her own thing, and I had my own reasons for, you know, kind of having a fresh start and trying to work through my custody battle with my ex.
I think I've reported that you followed her to Rexburg. Is that not accurate?
It's not. I mean, I had my own reasons for going, and I love my Aunt Lori, and it absolutely was a benefit to be close to her. She's been somebody that's given me unconditional love.
You got out there, your aunt is there, but you don't see your cousins. Was that strange?
Prior to their move, she was moving for their safety and for those threatening her, and to keep JJ and Tylee safe. This was a big move to try to, you know, kind of move forward after Charles was shot and to remain safe with the kids. So as soon as I move up there in November, I see some of their stuff, but I don't see them there. And Lori says that they're safe and they're doing everything they can to keep them from the people that are trying to harm them. I believe that.
My ex-wife had called my mom. What she said to my mom was, was concerning. She's saying, that Melanie's ex-husband Brandon's making claims that she's in a cult, that Lori's in a cult, Chad's a cult leader, and that they, tried to kill him, that they plotted and killed Charles. For 2 weeks, I've been thinking this through and looking for anything I could to try to figure out where these kids are, and there's just no evidence. There's nothing. Trying to figure out anything bad that's going on, and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything aside from just baseless accusations coming from her ex-husband.
I don't know what's going on, and so as you know, being in a new marriage, I'm kind of dumping on him. I'm worried about this, I'm worried about this. Meanwhile, we have all these false accusations and questions about this supposed shooting that Brandon Boudreaux is claiming that happened. And I've yet to see evidence and facts that come forward with that, but you know, he's adamant about, you know, that it was Alex Cox that shot at him, and there's been no evidence that I've seen. And for a time I worried, could my uncle have done that? He's so sure, and I've got my own father threatening me and intimidating me with text messages, and I did worry. But when it comes back to it, I know the person Alex is. I haven't seen any evidence, and the Detective Pillar on Gilbert Police never even called Alex or, you know, asked him to come in for a visit.
Did you have anything to do with that shooting?
Absolutely not, and Brandon knows that.
So here's a takeaway from Gilbert, Arizona Police. Some of the documents they released. They said Chad and Alex Cox both had burner phones. September 17th, Melani asked her ex Brandon for his new home address. Brandon told police Melani was one of 4 people that had his new address, and that he had signed his new lease September 23rd. September 25th, Alex brought Charles Vallow's Jeep to Dan's window tinting in Rexburg, Idaho. He had the front windows tinted to 20% and the rear window to 5%. Police estimate only 5% light passed through the rear window. Tylee Ryan had been driving her deceased stepfather's Jeep, which is how they had access to it. September 26, Melani Boudreaux took an Alliance Airlines flight from Mesa, Arizona to Idaho Falls, Idaho. On September 26, Alex Cox activated a burner phone. On September 28, Alex Cox signed a logbook at United Sportsman's Gun Club. On September 29th, Melani flew back to Mesa, Arizona. On September 30th, Alex Cox started a road trip from Rexburg, Idaho to Arizona in Charles Vallow's Jeep. September 30th, Alex Cox contacted Chad Daybell, and they both used burner phones. September 30th, 20 hours before the attempted murder of Brandon Boudreaux, Chad calls Alex via burner phone. October 1st, Lori Vallow rents a storage unit at Self Storage Plus in Rexburg, Idaho. Multiple surveillance videos from Self Storage Plus show Lori's activities. On October 2nd, someone in a parked Jeep Wrangler with Texas plates attempted to shoot and kill Brandon Boudreaux in his driveway. He witnessed the muzzle of a rifle point out of the back, and it hit his Tesla. He took off, and the Jeep followed him but turned out of the neighborhood. October 2nd, Alex and Chad contacted each other via burner phones multiple times on the day of the shooting. At 9:19 a.m. and 9:25 a.m., Alex called Chad. October 2nd, Alex contacted Chad again when he got near Green River, Utah. October 2nd, between 1:25 and 1:32, Lori and Chad were seen loading the spare tire from the Jeep into the storage unit. She conducted keyword searches on her Gmail account about man shot in Gilbert, Arizona, and Avenues Brandon Boudreaux. October 2nd, post-murder attempt, Lori and Chad were back at the storage, removing the spare tire and the bench seat of the Jeep. October 3rd, police questioned Melani Boudreaux, and she claimed she had no knowledge of the shooting, and she couldn't recall any of the events from the day before. She confirmed she knew Alex and Lori, but that they were not close, and did not want to share either one's phone numbers with police. Detective Pillar of Gilbert PD says in the following weeks after the shooting, Melani Boudreaux moved to Rexburg, Idaho to be closer to her Aunt Lori and Uncle Alex. The homicides of Tammy Daybell and Charles Vallow were discovered by police. Melani Boudreaux married Ian Pawlowski. Alex Cox married Zulema Pastines. And Lori Vallow married Chad Daybell. Tammy Daybell's body was exhumed. Alex Cox died of alleged natural causes. Months later, Chad and Lori were arrested. JJ and Tylee's remains were discovered buried in Chad Daybell's backyard. Biological evidence confirmed Alex Cox was in the Jeep Wrangler, and there was gunshot residue found near the rear window of the Jeep. Melani Boudreaux was initially deemed a person of interest in the attempted murder of her ex. Records show Melani Boudreaux was later deemed an investigative lead. Arizona-based PI Rich Robertson of R3 Investigations tracked her movements. Robertson said she moved to Rexburg, Idaho in November of 2019. Robertson was hired by Brandon Boudreaux after the failed attempted murder on his life. Brandon believed Alex Cox and his ex Melani were behind the attempt. Robertson observed Alex Cox and Melani Boudreaux loading a U-Haul at her house October 31st and November 1st. Robertson observed Melani and Alex discarding children's items on a curb. He said they were bringing stuff out of the house and into the U-Haul. But I saw Alex Cox bringing out some twin mattresses and bags of what looked like might have been kids' blankets and toys. He didn't put those in the U-Haul. Instead, he put those on the curb. He left them in a pile on the curb. It was all kid stuff: clothing, blankets, toys, mattresses, and bedding. It was all in a pile out there on the curb, with a little cardboard sign on it that said, "Free." At that time, Brandon had their 4 kids with him and hiding because of the shooting. One of Robertson's agents observed Melani and Alex unloading the U-Haul in Rexburg. The agent observed that only adults were present.
It just seems like it's like bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, and the one thing that's in common here is that Lori is involved. How can she not be involved in something bad here?
I can't attest to all those different events, but I do know that Charles was there with an agenda, and he was working with Brandon and with Kay, and things didn't go the way he thought. And the big question we're not asking is, why is nobody asking why Charles had a $2 million policy on Lori? Charles and Brandon did life insurance together, and there's a lot of things that haven't been brought to light, things that aren't being portrayed in the media. They're being hidden so we can run with this cult story and, zombies, and it's more exciting than the truth, sadly.
Do you think you're going to see Tylee and JJ again?
I do. I absolutely do. I know Lori wouldn't ever do anything to hurt her kids. I've seen the pain that she's gone through and the abuse and betrayal. I've seen authorities let her down. I've seen court systems let her down. I don't have the answers as to why she does the things she does and why she hasn't spoken as to where they are. But I can't judge her because I don't know what she's going through. I can only love and support her and hope for everyone to be safe.
So it looks like Chad and Lori might be facing attempted murder charges in Arizona.